Hey there everyone, welcome to Salvatore's kitchen again. We're going to do an omelette. Alright, can you see here? Here's some of my ingredients prepared. I've got onion, got a little bit of garlic because it's me, you know, Italian. Some red bell pepper, a little bit of tomato, cherry tomatoes, ham, some basil because it's me again, and some chili and some cheese for later. All right, so first thing, put that aside, make a little room. I'm going to turn this heat on to medium heat, and we're going to grab a little bit of butter, which I've got over off screen. So just putting a little bit of butter in there and a little bit of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. While that's heating up, I'm just going to get the tool that I need, and I'm going to mix these eggs that I've got here. So I'm using a non-slip pan. Can't get the words out tonight. While that's heating up, now because it's only for me, I've got 2 regular eggs. One that's stuck in there. Well, that's no good to me, so I'm going to get another one. That one's actually open. I've also grabbed a little bit of dried parsley. If you've got real parsley, that's even better. So that pan's just heating up. I'm going to crack 2 eggs while that's happening. 1. Excuse the mess in the background. 2 eggs. Hopefully you washed your hands first. Also, in these eggs, I'm going to put a little bit of salt, not too much, just a splash, and then my cracked pepper. A splash of cracked pepper. And I'm going to put a splash of parsley in there. Now, just so that I'll leave that. So we're going to break the egg yolks, right, and give it a bit of a mix for later on. Really mix that up well, uniform. But while that's going on, we want to be cooking our base ingredients. So we want the onion, and that's cut really, really thin, right? The garlic, the capsicum, and the ham, the chili is going in, and I'm going to cut these tomatoes, these cherry tomatoes, down a little bit smaller, or else they'll get a little bit too lumpy. And I've left on the plate still some cheese and the basil, because we don't want to overcook the basil. We just put it in there later. And I'm going to cut these down a little bit more. They're a little bit chunky. Trying to make that as small as possible. Actually, I do want these cooked fairly well as well. So I'm going to put that in there right now. We just let that cook very well throughout. And rather than bore you to death, I'll come back later, eh? Just wash my hands before I touch the camera. Hopefully you can see all that. Yep, that looks pretty good. Back in a sec. Okay, so I've turned up the heat a little bit because I don't want to wait all night, and it's going to be okay. I'm going to put some of those parsley flakes in that egg mixture so I don't forget. So that's done, and I'm going to put in a few leaves of basil, nice healthy ones in there. That should do. We don't want too much, don't want to overpower it. And hopefully you can see that. That's about where you want it, that they're browned. I mean, you know, this is all stuff that doesn't matter if it's a little undercooked. I cut it very thin anyway. So, okay. All right, the really challenging part. I'm going to put this in. So I'm going to put the egg mixture in. Right in the middle. And I'm going to put in the cheese. I'm going to put it on one side only so that I can fold it over, hopefully. It doesn't really matter actually. This is the way I've always done it. I've just kind of mixed it all in together like that, and then I've dealt with it after that. You know, I don't really care whether it presents really well, because it's just for me, but it's cooking well. You see that there? Now, I did plan on doing some toast, that's what the toast is for, but my bread is really thick. It's still healthy, it's still fresh, I mean, so I might just have it like untoasted. I can't fit it in there, it's just too fat. I'm using a non-stick pan, as of course, and a really good, fairly new non-stick pan. If you try without, it's just gonna be a nightmare. So we're just looking at the sides, still pretty raw there yet. You don't want to overcook it either. I might turn it down a little bit. Now I should be able to carefully, hopefully, fold this over without too much drama. Okay, we got a bit of a fold there, that's good. Hey, it works for the camera. I'm going to try and separate it like a calzone pizza. That looks pretty good to me. We're nearly there. See, that's how long it takes. It's very quick. So, you know, technically we don't even, well, I had raw egg on that, so we don't want to cross-contaminate. So we'll turn the heat off, grab our omelette and try to slide him off carefully. We've got high walls, that's a little bit of a problem. Okay. Not too bad. Still tastes good. I'm sure you can do that a bit better than I. Alright. So there we go. Voila. Tasty omelette. I'm going to get into it with a bit of bread and butter. Hope that helps, guys. Salvatore out. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. See ya.